The most dangerous jobs in World War II, but only now have they been officially honoured. The Queen has unveiled a memorial for the crews of Bomber Command in London, and 100 Australian veterans were on hand to mark the occasion. ABC correspondent Lisa Miller reports from London.
It was an occasion worthy of royalty. The Queen was joined by most of her family, but there was no doubting who were the guests of honour.
They were no ordinary airmen then, these Bomber Command airmen.
125,000 volunteered from across the Commonwealth. Their average age was just 22.
Leaving homes and families, to which so many of them were never to return.
RAF heavy bombers assist Marshal Conniar's drive into the Reich. The target is Dresden.
The odds of surviving the hostile skies above Europe were unthinkable. Of the 10,000 Australians who served in Bomber Command, more than 4,000 died.
They shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old.
100 Australians made the journey to London, including these brothers who flew every one of their 30 bombing raids together.
He let us fly together, as long as we didn't tell our parents, and they never knew until the war was over.
Yeah, till we got back to Australia, they didn't know we'd flown together.
We went within a second of death.
The debate over the morality of the war's catastrophic bombing campaign delayed this memorial. An inscription pays tribute to all those who lost their lives.
Organisers wanted this to be a dignified monument, a place of peace and reconciliation. And for those who've made the journey from Australia, it's an honour they'll never forget.
A culmination of years of anticipation. It's finally arrived.
I can't recall ever having a better experience or more emotional. The day's proceedings has really got the better of me, and as an 89-year-old, you know, to cry, it's easy these days.
That means the icing on the cake as far as my life's concerned. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Britain's last airworthy Lancaster dropped poppies over the city, a final tribute to the sacrifices of a lifetime ago. Lisa Miller, ABC News, London.
Years, but finally the airmen who helped win the war in the skies over Nazi Germany have been honoured in London. The Queen unveiled a memorial to the tens of thousands of men from Bomber Command who died in World War II.
At the heart of the memorial, the Queen pulled the cord that unveiled a bronze sculpture of a 7-man bomber crew returning from a mission. It's the centrepiece of a stone memorial dedicated to all members of Bomber Command. These men were barely out of school, but they overcame danger and enormous odds.
Finally justifies, to some extent, the risks we took.
Brothers Murray and Eric Maxton flew 30 missions, every one together, but they didn't tell their mum they were in the same plane.
That means the icing on the cake as far as my life's concerned. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Bomber Command was the great Allied aerial offensive that raided German cities night after night during World War II and helped break the back of the Nazi war machine. But it came at a fearsome cost. 55,000 brave men were killed, including 4,000 Australians.
This memorial has been a long time coming. So many members of the Bomber Command didn't get to see it, but that shouldn't diminish its significance or its relevance.
The final tribute came from where it all started. A Lancaster bomber flew overhead. As its big engines rumbled, it dropped thousands of red poppies over Green Park, a salute to those Sky Warriors who are gone but not forgotten. Peter Stefanovic, 9 News, London.
1,000 men who served in World War II. She unveiled a long-awaited memorial to the members of Bomber Command, a unit made up of airmen from Commonwealth nations, including Australia, whose survivors are now in their 90s.
Their war ended 67 years ago, but during that time they've been fighting another that's only now finally ended. The unveiling of the Bomber Command Memorial by the Queen honours the 56,000 Allied airmen who lost their lives, among them 4,000 Australians whose average age was 22.
It's been wonderful for us because we never thought it would happen. It was been so long coming.
Many flew Lancaster bombers, like the one that dropped a payload of poppies. There were, quite literally, brothers in arms here. Eric and Murray Maxton flew all their 30 missions together.
We flew together all through the campaign and we got home safe. Yeah.
Most believe this ceremony was decades late.
The realisation that it has actually happened after 67 years.
Many of the veterans say there's still a reluctance to recognise the role of Bomber Command because of what they had to do to Germany, which is why the ceremony here has been so important. Prince Charles was also there, working the crowds.
I said to him, I'm in Australia, and he said, "You'd never have guessed."
The centrepiece of the memorial is a bronze sculpture that aims to capture the bravery and mateship of the airmen.
That means the icing on the cake as far as my life's concerned. It's just wonderful.
In London, Adrian Brown, 7 News.